Hi folks, welcome to your latest mwis Planning Outlook in association with Ellis Brigham. As often is the case, a mixture of weather in the days ahead. We've got some dry and fine conditions in there at times, but also some heavy showers. Temperatures a little bit on the cool side as we're dragging in cooler air masses from the north in the next few days, likely becoming warmer as next week goes on as the wind turns back more toward the south or southwest. For Saturday, we're under a fairly slack pressure regime, so in between weather systems, if you like, at the risk of a few local showers breaking out, but also a good amount of dry and bright weather, some sunshine, cloud generally above the hills most of the day, and wind fairly light, but a strengthening southerly breeze may just affect some western coastal hills later on in the day. The humid, thundery air that's affected southeast England for the time being has been dragged away further eastwards, but the next batch of thundery air is likely to be pushing northwards from France as we head onwards into Sunday, all joining forces with the low that is also parked out toward the west of us. Now, still some uncertainty exactly what that does on Sunday, but it's likely that a fairly sizable area of rain advances northwards across Britain. It may break up somewhat, but expect a zone of rain and some thundery bursts embedded within this, so the risk of a poor day for England and Wales in particular, but also watch out for some heavy, even thundery showers popping up locally in the Highlands, generally a bit more scattered here, but likely to move around slowly. Now, a strong to even gale force easterly wind is possible for at least part of the day across Pennine areas, across into the Lake District as well. Those speeds may well just fluctuate as time goes on as the low journeys its way further eastwards, and a rather cool feel as well with that easterly flow. The warmer, humid air is well away toward the south. Generally then, it's a cool day across the mountains, and if you are in that strong wind, that wind chill factor will be notable. Add on cloud and rain, and a rather poor picture for Sunday for some. Keep an eye on your latest local forecasts there. The dregs of all of that left around into Monday. It's almost just what's left behind from the weekend that's still hanging around. Not maybe doing a great deal, a few patches of rain, some low cloud. Still a rather cool feel to things with the air coming around from the north, circulating around the low pressure over at the North Sea. Strongest winds in more eastern regions. The risk of one or two locally heavy showers popping up during the afternoon, maybe even the odd thundery one. Perhaps that's more focused across central parts of England though, but just that risk even across into the Highlands. Likely to be a cool start to Tuesday morning, even a touch of frost across some highland glens and higher northern summits starting near to freezing point, but temperatures will lift through the course of the day, but still a little bit on the cool side. The air has still come around from the north. Many places looking like a dry and bright picture with some cloud filling in. Greatest risk of some showers for Wales, Pennine areas. They may get dragged further into central eastern England and away from the mountain groups as we head onwards through the day, as higher pressure starts to nose its way in from the Atlantic, just settling things down for a time. That only sort of subsides away to allow some fronts, though, to come toppling in from the northwest in the middle of the week, and absolute detail and timing is uncertain, but the likelihood of some rain and low cloud coming in, particularly to western Scotland, and maybe some low cloud and drizzliness into western coastal regions of England and Wales as well. Further east, drier and brighter. East Wales, the Peak District, may well get away with a largely fine day, with high pressure still hanging on here. But as I say, it's just that returning Atlantic influence that's arriving by this stage. Temperatures, though, lifting a little bit compared to the beginning of the week as we're drawing in a bit more humidity off the mid-Atlantic. I think that's more or less where we go into the later part of the week. Lower pressure toward the north, high pressure toward the south, and the wind flow, if anything, just turning a bit more to the south-southwest. Again, a rather slack, complicated weather situation may be unfolding. High pressure not quite really building over the top of us. It looks like we're still nearby to some fronts and something a bit more unsettled over the Atlantic. As we go towards next weekend, we were chatting about this in Tuesday's video, the scope for some very much warmer air being dragged up from the south toward the weekend as the whole pattern just amplifies itself a bit, gets a bit more wavy and meandering in the upper air patterns. That then just allows the general airflow to tip towards a southerly. Within a zone of low pressure around Biscay, there's the scope to brew up some more thunderstorms, which may well come northwards into the south of Britain. Meanwhile, further north, something generally drier under higher pressure. The likelihood at this stage is that things do get much warmer towards next weekend. I suppose just watching for something thundery redeveloping is the main thing at this stage. Possibly northern Scotland, northwest Scotland may just be feeling the effect still of an Atlantic southwesterly, so here perhaps just more in the way of cloud and something a bit drizzly and damp at times. So some subtle variations locally. A lot of that we'll need to watch for a few days yet to get the absolute detail. You can check your local forecast, of course, every day on the MWIS website. That's been your latest planning outlook in association with Ellis Brigham. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.